Welcome back to Higher Hertz. My name is Alexis. I'm here today with another violin lesson video for you guys. And today we're going to be talking about different bow techniques. So let's get started. Let's start with sul tasto. Sul tasto is a kind of bowing that's really lightly done, and it's over the fingerboard. You'll pull the bow pretty quickly. It's going to create this really light, sort of wispy sound, kind of cool for an ethereal effect. Another interesting bowing is called col legno. What you're going to do is you're going to take your bow and you're going to turn the stick towards you. And then what you're going to do is you are going to tap the stick on the strings. Some people will take it one step further. I've seen parts where you will actually bow with the stick. It doesn't create a loud sound, most certainly, but it makes for a very interesting effect. Another kind of bowing you can try is called spiccato. So spiccato is kind of a thrown bow. You can start it from on the string. It doesn't need to be always in the air, and it's actually a lot of back and forth sort of motion. And you'll use spiccato a lot while you're in orchestra or just in some solo repertoire as well. Another cool kind of bowing is staccato, and you often see this going in up bows. And as you get more advanced, perhaps too, you can practice it going in down bows. So you can see going up bow is quite a bit easier than doing the down bow. Another interesting bowing is called ricochet. Ricochet will actually be a thrown bow. So we're trying to create something that we often are trying to avoid while we're playing. It's kind of cool, right? We just throw the bow and that's the sound. And you can get really advanced with this too. You can practice it so that you're only making one or two hits. And if you can practice doing this at different parts of the bow, that sort of thing too. A kind of bowing that's not actually a use of our bow is called pizzicato. So pizzicato is when we use our right hand to pluck on the strings. You can do this several different ways. If you're just getting started, you might even set the bow down so you can pizz. And you'll put your thumb right here against the fingerboard and you'll pull with your pointer finger here. So it's like you're doing a little wave. If you're getting to be a bit more advanced and you can hold the bow while you're doing pizzicato, you can kind of put your bow into a fist like this, stick your thumb against the side, and again, you'll pull with that first finger. Now, as you get even more comfortable with holding the bow, you can hold the bow and use your pointer finger to pluck. Awesome. As you get more advanced too, you may try doing left-hand pizzicato. So left-hand pizzicato is when you use your left-hand fingers and you're going to place them inside the string, so more towards your left side, and you're going to pull, and that's going to create the little pizzicato. And as you get better too, you can make it a little bit louder. The example I used, you also use bow in between the notes, so that can be fun to kind of vary it. Creates a really cool sound. Another cool bowing is called ponticello. And that's when we're playing really close to the bridge. And if you want, you can make this be like a really monstrous sort of sound. You can get really gritty with it. And And then you can create all sorts of different sounds effects with that. A pretty normal kind of bowing that you'll learn right from the beginning is called marcato. And what you'll notice with this is it actually sounds like you're kind of making a mark with each note. So you're really starting and stopping each note with a really sort of like guttural sound at the end of them. Another cool kind of bowing is barilage. And as you get more advanced with just pulling the string, pulling the bow over each string and back, you can really start to make the bow kind of fly off of the strings. So that can create a really cool sound. Perhaps you're new to the instrument and you've only ever played on one string at a time. So barilage is kind of a new concept for being able to mix several strings together. You can take it one step further and you can actually play what we call double stops, which means you're playing 2 strings, sometimes even 3 strings at the same time. Now there are some really advanced sort of techniques that people will use when playing violin. Some really modern contemporary things. I've seen pieces where you play up here and you'll bow back here. Creates just kind of some really interesting sounds. I've also seen sometimes they'll hold it like this and play back here. As you get more and more advanced with the instrument, you'll see all sorts of really cool, new, inventive ways of using the bow, and of course, then also using your left hand. So it really can be a lot of fun as you get more advanced with violin to discover those and maybe create some of your own sorts of bowings. So I think that wraps it up for us today with different kinds of bowings you can do on the violin. There's so many different kinds, and it's also up to you for getting to discover new ways of playing violin. Thanks so much for watching today, guys. My name is Alexis, and this is another production with Higher Hertz. See you next time.